Welcome to Runako Universe. I know everything, you know nothing. Of course, I am Runako, stand-up comedian and once-in-a-generation genius. This is episode number 5 of Runako Universe, where I bring to you tips, tricks, life hacks, and general solutions and information for surviving life. If you have any questions that you want figured out that you and your dumb friends can't figure out yourselves, be sure to email me at runakouniverse@gmail.com and I'll answer your question on the podcast. Today, I've been going through media a lot, and I've been seeing a lot of people who are hurting over recent developments in the political world. And I just want to say, if you're hurting, if you're celebrating, no matter what side you're on, I want to let you know that my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. And to anyone who might have a heart that they're putting out to a crowd or a rally, I'd like you to remember that this gesture is available for use as well. Perhaps we keep our hands at this level as we put our heart out to people. And I think that'll work well for everyone. Moving on to something that's happening here in Japan locally, JP Post, the main mail carrier, has decided to stop allowing people to send live reptiles in the mail. And I've seen some people reacting to this, saying, why were people allowed to send this anyway? And it's such a good thing that they're finally stopping it. And I'd like to say to you, perhaps widen your perspective. With a limited knowledge set, it's very easy to make decisions and opinions like that. But I'd like you to think about the people who will now suffer because we're no longer allowed to send reptiles in the mail. Personally, I have a non-profit organization called Snakes for Tots. And now Snakes for Tots will become defunct once this no reptiles in the mail policy kind of is enacted. I had this program where if I was walking on the street and there was a kid throwing a tantrum or crying in public, I would follow the kid and their parents home. I would record the address, and then I'd mail a snake to the house, because any kid having a tantrum in public is unhappy, and I imagine receiving the gift of a snake in the mail would really cheer them up. And that's what Snakes for Tots was really about. We've sent out hundreds of snakes to hundreds of kids, and I'll tell you what, I never again saw one of those kids in public crying. Actually, I never saw any of those kids in public ever again. So that's to tell you, we had a really effective program running, and now that we're not allowed to send reptiles in the mail anymore, there'll be no more Snakes for Tots. Of course, Scorpions for Kids will be continuing, but Snakes for Tots, RIP, JP Post, you've really made a bad decision to stop allowing reptiles to be sent in the mail. And for the people who are applauding this decision, I encourage you to think again, think about the needs of others, and don't be so selfish. The next thing I'd really like to discuss, quite recently, I took a bus, an overnight bus from Kanto to Kansai. Kanto would be the Tokyo area of Japan, and Kansai would be the Osaka area of Japan. And I realized that a lot of people aren't really aware of night bus etiquette. And so, as a sharer of knowledge and of information, I think it's my job to bring to you the basic rules of night bus etiquette. And honestly, most of them revolve around smells. First of all, let's start from the bottom, come up. Do your feet smell like they've been in a donkey's asshole? If they do, leave your shoes on for the entirety of the ride. A night bus ride is usually about 6 to 8 hours. No one needs to be smelling your toe fungus for the entirety of that ride. Leave your shoes on, leave your shoes on, leave your motherfucking shoes on. Thing number 2, does your breath smell? You should know. Do a little bit of a check before you leave home. If you are someone who has halitosis or any of the osises, be sure to pop a mint in your mouth. And also be sure that you're not one of the people with the dangerous combination of 1, my breath smells like ass, and 2, I sleep with my mouth open, because now you're ruining the night bus experience for everyone else on the bus. What we really want to do is kind of engender a feeling of community care and a nostril freeness for everyone else is in the vicinity. So far we've checked off, be sure that your shoes aren't stinking, also be sure that your breath is stinking. Thirdly, overall, take a bath. And perhaps be sure to wear clothes that have been washed recently. The night bus etiquette is really nose forward etiquette. It's all about considering the fact that the person next to you needs to sleep, and it's really difficult just sleeping next to a bag of rotten garbage. So be sure before you hop on that bus, you hop in that shower. Before you hop in the bus, you hop in the shower. It's a simple idea, and this way we can make night bus rides fun for everyone. Because remember, if I'm on the night bus, I am poor. Don't make me poor and unable to sleep because you smell. That's not fair. Okay, let's move it on to our media corner. Every episode, I try to introduce a new piece of media that I've been consuming. Today's recommendation is a crime thriller mystery comedy series called Deadloch. It's set in Tasmania. It's a small town that's just full of lesbians and women. And here's the great thing about Deadloch. Them lesbians not particularly cute, and that makes it really easy to really lock into the show and the storyline and really appreciate the show for the good writing that goes into it. Deadloch is a fantastic show. It's a very interesting show. It also shows a lot of gender dynamics and social dynamics. The leadership of the town is mostly women, and the men in the town, generally their attitude is them bitches be dumb. And I'll tell you what, some of them bitches be dumb. And even the non-dumb bitches, sometimes they be doing dumb shit. But I'll tell you what, the men is also dumb bitches. So I think the message of Deadloch is truly everybody be a dumb bitch sometime. And just because the person being a dumb bitch is a woman doesn't mean that the entirety of her identity now becomes dumb bitch. We need to really weigh someone's dumb bitch activities against all of their activities and really come to a firm conclusion whether or not that person is a dumb bitch based on their actions and not based on their gender. Deadloch, it's a really fun show. The only thing that's really disappointing is that it's set in Tasmania and there's not a single Tasmanian devil in the show. A little bit of false advertising there, Deadloch, but Deadloch on Amazon Prime is my recommendation. Before we wrap up today, I would like to talk a little bit about something that's happening in the entertainment world and how it might be affecting you and the ways in which you might be able to benefit from it. I don't know if you know, but the rapper Drake is suing Universal Music Group because of a rap song sung by Kendrick Lamar in which Drake was referred to as a PDF file. As you know, PDF file is someone who likes to touch the boys and the girls. I don't know why I'm doing Italian for that. It should probably be Greek. But anyway, the lawsuit, basically, the main claim of the lawsuit is that the Universal Music Group promoted this song that accused Drake of being this PDF file, and as such, they should pay for that. And I am just paying close attention to this because if Drake does win, I would then like to levy my lawsuit against Meta because they have been encouraging people to not like my content. I can't exactly say that they're doing something differently than they're doing for everyone else, but what I do know is I'm putting out a lot of content and it's not getting liked. And I feel like if Meta was behaving differently, I'd get more likes. And as such, in the same way that Drake believes he's been discriminated against, not by the person who sang the song, but by the company behind it, I believe I'm being discriminated against, not by the people not liking my post, but by the company that's encouraging them. It's allowing them to continue using the app. It's not prohibiting them in any way from accessing the services, even though they continue to not like or reshare any of my videos. So that's the first lawsuit I'll be launching. The second lawsuit I'll be launching, depending on whether or not Drake wins his, is one of the claims in Drake's lawsuit is that there's a line in Kendrick Lamar's song that goes, that refers to Drake as a colonizer. And Drake is saying that this is anti-Semitic. And because UMG allowed the song to be played and promoted the song, UMG is supporting anti-Semitism. Once again, I'm just keeping an eye on this, and if Drake does win his claim, I will be levying my own claim against a chain of bars, a very popular chain of bars in Japan called The Hub. Once I went into a hub and I tried to speak to a young lady, and she went, ugh, gross. And The Hub did not do anything to stop that. And I would like to say that was racism. That girl said gross. The Hub did nothing to stop it. And that hurt my feelings. It made me feel very bad. And I'm just gonna say, if what's happening to Drake is anti-Semitism, if he wins that, I'm coming at the Hub with this racism claim. So please look out for that. Good luck to Drake and good luck to me in my legal pursuits. And that's all we're gonna have today. I have upcoming shows. If you're interested and you're in Tokyo, please check my Instagram, Runako Universe, or check my promotion company page, Green Jacket Comedy. Remember, this has been Runako Universe. I know everything. You know nothing. Peace.